Hey everyone! So the new Waves CLA NX just dropped and I figured we'd take a quick look at it. Now when the Abbey Road Studio 3 plugin came out, I did a pretty deep dive about the whole NX head tracking and all that system and to set it up. But since all that's the same in the new plugin, I'm just going to gloss over that. Instead today we're just going to take a quick look at the plugin. I'm just going to touch on the things that I liked about it, a couple things I wish they'd done a little bit differently. We'll take a quick listen to the monitoring, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on who I think this plugin will be really good for. And if you do want to demo the plugin or buy it, there'll be a link down below to check out. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the computer and take a look at the new CLA NX plugin from Waves. Alright, so here's the interface. Now, like I said, much of this is the same as like Abbey Road Studio 3 or the Waves Ocean Wave plugin, so I'm just going to glance over some of it. So we can rotate the studio here, we can reset it, level control, headphone EQ, head modeling to put in the measurements of your head. This is super important, so make sure you do that. And then the settings for the head tracking. So the ambience knob is new to me. This was added in the Ocean Wave plugin, but the Abbey Road Studio 3 plugin didn't have it, so this is actually a nice touch. Now going back to the head tracking for just a second. Now this plugin was literally released just a couple of hours ago at the time of me filming this. I don't have the head tracker, so I'm just using the webcam in the iMac. And as of right now, it's really buggy. If you move your head around, it just kind of sticks and locks up. I'm assuming they'll fix that because the Waves NX and the Abbey Road Studio 3 do not have this issue. So again, just a little bug to be aware of. Now, one little gripe I have with the CLA 10s and the sub is I wish they had separated it so you could have either the sub on or off. That would have been a nice little touch, but other than that, then we have our mains. And the really cool thing is we have a boombox. Now there's two ways to use the boombox. If we just click the boombox, the head stays in the same place because Chris's boombox is actually kind of behind him in the rack. So if you're listening this way, you're actually going to hear more out of the right side of your head than you will the left. But if we click this button, we spin around, and now we're essentially staring at the boombox, which if I move this slightly, there's the Sony boombox just in there. And again, if we click this button, it'll bring us right back to center, or we can click this button. So going back to the CLA 10s, now I'm in no way comparing my room or my monitor setup to Chris Lord-Alge's, not in a million years, but I do have the Yamaha HS50s in the sub that I've had for, 12 or 13 years now, and this setup, listening through here, is very familiar sounding.
Something very familiar about all this.
To me, anyway. Now again, the CLA 10 monitors are clones of the NS10s. My Yamaha monitors are kind of quasi-Yamaha clones of the NS10, so that might be why they sound familiar. So if I listen to anything on these and then take my headphones off and listen to my monitors, yes, it's different. I'm not in $1 million studio, but it's at least familiar and in the ballpark. So that was actually really kind of cool. All right, so now we'll just take a quick listen to some music on the three different speaker sets. I'd love to play something that's CLA mixed, but I don't want to wake up with 6 million copyright strikes, so I'm just going to play something I'm working on. I'm not even done tracking. The guitars and the bass are still just the guide tracks, and it's just a quick and dirty mix on it just for this video. And just so I don't bore everybody to death, I'll just play the first 8 bars, and then we'll switch speakers. All right, let's go. All right, now we'll switch to the mains. All right, and now we'll do the boombox when it's behind us, which actually this is really cool because unless you're sitting in the sweet spot, everything kind of goes to mono. So this is essentially kind of doing the same thing in a way. So let's check that out. All right, and now we'll face the boombox. And that's the monitoring setup. All right, so who do I think this plugin is for? Well, basically any of us working at home who might not have the greatest sounding space, and for those of us who don't or can't afford multiple sets of monitors, or anybody who does a lot of their mixing on the go, they're on a laptop, maybe they're traveling or they like to mix in a coffee shop or something. And the nice thing with that is if you get used to using the plugin and how the plugin sounds, I mean, again, you can take it anywhere. It doesn't matter the environment you're mixing in stays consistent. All right, so that's our quick look at the new Waves CLA NX plugin. Again, if you're interested in demoing the plugin or maybe purchasing it, there'll be an affiliate link down below. Hope you found this video helpful, and as always, I've been Mr. Jeff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So take care.